Dear friends, welcome to another episode of Geopolitical and Military News. In this video, we will talk about the death of Iran's president, Ebrahim Raisi, and its consequences for the Middle East at a particularly tense moment in the region. On Monday, May 20th, Iran's vice president, Mohsen Mansouri, officially confirmed the death of Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi. The helicopter he was in crashed into the peak of a mountain while returning on Sunday from an official visit to Azerbaijan. Also on the helicopter were other important Iranian officials, notably Hossein Amirabdollahian, Iran's Minister of Foreign Affairs. After searches that lasted nearly 20 hours, the charred wreckage of the helicopter was found on a hard-to-reach mountain near the Azerbaijani border. The search was facilitated by a Turkish drone, sent specifically to assist in this task. The causes of the accident are not yet officially known, but poor weather conditions and lack of visibility may have contributed to the incident. The helicopter, a 45-year-old Bell 212, was only certified for visual flights, which supports the theory that the pilot might have lowered altitude in an attempt to perform a visual flight, during which it crashed into the mountain. There will still be a full investigation to officially determine the causes. But who were Ebrahim Raisi and Hossein Amirabdollahian, and how could the death of these two Iranian public figures impact the Middle East? Ebrahim Raisi was 63 years old and had been the president of Iran since 2021. His career was marked by his position as an ultra-conservative cleric and jurist. He joined the Iranian judicial system shortly after the Islamic Revolution of 1979, assuming various important positions, including Attorney General and Deputy Chief of Justice, and served as head of the Iranian judiciary from 2019 to 2021. One of the most controversial parts of his career was his role in the so-called Death Committee during the mass executions of 1988, where thousands of political prisoners were executed, many by Raisi's direct orders. With nearly 5,000 executions attributed to him, Raisi was nicknamed the Butcher of Tehran, with various international human rights organizations accusing him of serious crimes against humanity due to his role in this event. Raisi was elected president of Iran in 2021 in an election widely seen as rigged by the regime, receiving 62% of the votes. His presidency was marked by an ultra-conservative stance against the West and the expansion of Iranian influence in the Middle East through the strengthening of terrorist groups in the region, particularly the Palestinian Hamas, the Lebanese Hezbollah, and the Yemeni Houthis. Raisi further reinforced the so-called morality policy, which, among other things, brutally restricts women's rights and freedoms, and acted with extreme brutality to quell various protests that have arisen in the country in recent years. It is estimated that since he took office, around 400 political opponents have been executed in Iran. Hossein Amirabdollahian, on the other hand, was an experienced diplomat, having served as Minister of Foreign Affairs since 2021. He was known for his close relationship with the Quds Force of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and played a significant role in Iranian foreign policy, focusing on strengthening regional ties, especially with neighboring countries and powers like China and Russia. During his term, he was a central figure in important diplomatic events, including the restoration of diplomatic relations between Iran and Saudi Arabia, facilitated by an agreement mediated by China in March 2023. He was also involved in critical discussions about the situation in the Middle East, including the war between Israel and Hamas, acting in a way seen as decisive for the strengthening of the Palestinian terrorist group, with some Israeli sources even claiming he played an important role in planning the terrorist attack on October 7, which left more than 1,200 people dead and nearly 250 kidnapped in Israel. But how will the disappearance of these two Iranian public figures impact the current situation in the Middle East? Clearly, Raisi's disappearance will have some impact, but in practice, the official support Iran already offers its allies in the region, especially terrorist groups like Hamas, will not be affected. Raisi and Amirabdollahian were just two of the most visible faces of Iran's theocratic dictatorship, but they were part of a vast and complex machinery whose central piece is represented by the dictator, Ayatollah Khamenei. Khamenei succeeded the founder of the Iranian theocracy, Ayatollah Khomeini, in 1989. He holds the supreme power in Iran, with his word deciding all the most important state matters. Therefore, Despite the disappearance of two important pieces of this machinery, the engine of the Iranian theocracy, built around the dictatorial figure of Khamenei, will continue to function as it has since 1979. The biggest impact of Raisi's death will be on the succession plans of Khamenei, who is 85 years old. Like Raisi, Khamenei was also president of Iran, and many saw Raisi as his successor. With Raisi's disappearance, another hardline fundamentalist Islamic politician or jurist will have to be chosen. Internally, an increase in regime repression is expected to prevent dissident groups from taking advantage of the current situation. Therefore, more violence, state repression, and arrests and executions of Iranian opponents are anticipated. But externally, especially regarding Iran's involvement with terrorist groups like Hamas, the expectation is that everything will remain the same. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Until next time.